G'day guys, I'm Captain Deadmeat and welcome to what is going to be a very strange new series. That's right, we're going to be checking out a game called Shibuya Scramble 428. Now, you're probably asking yourself, well Deadmeat, exactly what is this game? Honestly, I cannot actually tell you what this game is, I don't know myself. You see, I have a friend, and his name is Bunky. Now this guy has always recommended games to me, and every time he has recommended a game to me, they've always been absolutely brilliant games. He was the one who recommended EDF to me, a series that I now have absolutely fallen in love with, and is in my top 5 games of all time. And you can go and find that on my channel as well. I've done playthroughs of some of the EDF games, and of course if you like those and this game, hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe, because I release brand new content for you every single day. So he said to me the other day, you need to check out this game called Shibuya Scramble 428. But I'm not going to tell you anything about the game, you just need to go in blind and experience it. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to jump into this game, check it out, and see exactly what it is. I have no idea what this game is, and I'm kind of excited because I like experiencing new and interesting games for the first time. So, without me rambling on anymore, let's get stuck into a brand new game of Shibuya Scramble 428. I wonder what the 428 stands for. Okay. Things are exploding. What's going on? Okay. So it apparently is a live action game. Right. This is like a movie. We've got like credits for people's actors' names. I'm really confused, Bunky. What have you done to me? I like the music though, it's funky. Yeah. Kinda reminds me of like Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop's an anime if you haven't seen it. Absolutely worth checking out. Really love it. Bennett. Hurrah. Writers. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce any of these names, because I will absolutely butcher them and I'll do them a disrespect by trying to announce their names. I wonder if the entire game is all live action, or whether it's, I don't know, a combination of both. Maybe just the intro is live action? I don't know. It has its own theme song, man. Actually, this music's now starting to remind me of like those 80s sort of James Bondy type, adventure type movies. Kind of ones I used to watch on like Sunday afternoons. Live action, so there is live action in it. Okay, well, clearly there's live action. We're looking at some now. Captain Deadmeat, you're an idiot. Okay. That's either a giant blimp or a giant pickle. We interrupt our program for breaking news regarding hostage situation. Middle-aged men in ski mask took several employees hostage at the office in Shinjuku. Is that how you pronounce that? Alright, so they're in a van. Okay. Alright, so it looks like it is... Okay, so it looks like that it is subtitled. It doesn't look like it's actually in English. Dealings with experiencing money problems. Oh, someone's got a phone. Help me. I need help. I'm being kidnapped. Oh, is that a woman? Bit hard to tell. It's upside down. What does she want? You will stop banging on the window and come and help me. I'm dying here. The world doesn't change so easy. Always a mystery. Okay. Whoa, and then there was an explosion. Alright, so I'm guessing the guy in the van just died. I'm guessing there was an explosion and he died. Well, that's an interesting start to a game. Hopefully I wasn't that man in the van, because otherwise I'm dead. Or maybe that's the point of the game. Shibuya's story is yours to tell. Ooh, so it's kind of like a choose your own adventure, maybe like Telltale style game? Select a character. As you play through the game, the various mechanics will be explained. Alright, well that's a good thing. In 4 to 8, you follow the stories of multiple protagonists at once. Your decisions impact their experiences as you read the story. What does the day hold in store? Their fate is in your hands. Hopefully, you can see them all through to the end. Oh, so some of them might actually die. Oh, that's interesting. To start, you have 2 characters. Shania Kano and Aki Endo. Let's begin by checking out Kano's story. Alright, so who is this? This is Kano. And this is Aki. Let's... Oh, that's Kano, and that's Aki. Oh, I got it. Sorry, I was reading it wrong. I'm an idiot. Alright, let's go! It's dark. I hear heartbeats. Do you hear heartbeats? Just 2 more minutes to go. What, 2 more minutes to load? Or 2 more minutes to the explosion? Or 2 more minutes left of this playthrough? Well, it'll be a really short playthrough if it's only 2 minutes, wouldn't it? Well, guys, hope you enjoyed the series. Don't forget to give the video a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you next time for something completely different, because apparently that game was only 2 minutes long. I think it means 2 minutes of loading because we're sitting here in the dark and it's still going. Okay. So, how are you guys going? How's your day? Let me know in the comments below if you're enjoying the game so far. Do you want me to keep playing this game? Or are you bored and do you want me to go back to playing Fortnite? You always want me to go back to playing Fortnite. I'd love to keep playing Fortnite. There's just not a lot to do in Fortnite at the moment, which is why I've been making so many other random content at the moment. You probably will also notice on my channel that recently I have been releasing the episodes at about 6 AM Australian time instead of the 3 AM. That way it is about 2 PM in America, about Eastern Standard Time. Seems to be when people will be watching my content the most at the moment, so I'm going to be releasing at around 6 AM here in Australia every day, and see if that affects my numbers, because at the moment my numbers are a little bit low. They seem to have taken a little bit of a dive most recently. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it's just everybody's going back to school, people are busy this time of year, but I have noticed that my numbers have declined a little bit, so we're going to mix things up a little bit and see what happens. And I have a very important announcement coming very, very soon with me starting to stream. Yes, I know I promised that I'd be streaming very, very soon, but there was a little bit of a problem with some equipment and things like that. And unfortunately, I was not ready in time to start early in the new year, but that is coming extremely soon, I promise. Have I really been gabbing on for 2 minutes, or is this thing just not loading? Hurry up, load faster, come on, let's go! Oh my god. I'm just going to put my logo here. I'll put the like and subscribe button up again. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Wow, when it said 2 more minutes to go, it really meant 2 more minutes. What the? The load times on this are ridiculous. Alright, that's strike 1, game. Come on, Bunky, what have you done to me, man? You're giving me a game where I'm sitting in a loading screen. Or did I have to push the button? Oh my god, I had to push the button! Just 2 more minutes to go. Kano noted the time again on his watch, scrolling at the slow creep of the second hand. The time was 9:58 AM. I'm guessing this is one of those things that I'm going to have to remember. Furrows of concentration creased his forehead. He wasn't nervous, but he knew better than to expect anything to get everything to go smoothly. Keeping a level head was proving rather difficult. There was no room for failure. Why, is he in the bathroom or something? Lives are on the line here. There is stock footage of people walking. He eyed his surroundings. He looked at these people. Was the prep really going to show up? Oh, I think that said perp, not prep. When? Where would he be coming from? How would he make his approach? Okay. We're standing in a square. Shibuya Scramble was as packed as ever. Shibuya Scramble, is that like an actual thing? Maybe it means that intersection, that really, really busy intersection? I'm not entirely sure. Guys, if you actually know, let me know in the comments below. I mean, I know Shibuya is a place, but is Shibuya Scramble like an actual meaning of a place? A throng of people crossing this way and that, blissfully unaware of the dozens of detectives hidden in its midst. Midst? That's a bit of a weird word. Supercuts. Alright. Another minute and a half. He's looking at his watch. Kano glanced down at his watch yet again. A mere 30 seconds had passed. Detective Kano had been with the enforcement arms of Shibuya's criminal affairs section for a year now. But he'd never been part of an operation this big before. He had a young woman standing beside the statue ahead of you. Oh, so he's paying attention to the hottie rather than looking for the bad guy. That blurry dude there could be the bad guy, but he's not noticing because he's too busy looking at the woman. She was small enough to be lost in the crowd, and she carried a nondescript attaché case. Oh, she's definitely a terrorist. Look at her. Terrorist. She got terrorist written all over her face. Hi, terrorist. Hitomi, age 19. The attaché case in her hands contained the full 50 million yen. How much is 50 million yen in Australian dollars? Hang on, guys. I'm looking that up. 50 million yen. 50 million yen to Australian dollars is $641,000. Is that all? Yesterday, her twin sister Maria had been kidnapped. This was the ransom payment. The culprits had called Hitomi last night at home, referring to her by name and telling her to wait by the statue. Oh, it was almost time, but nothing. Kano was staring fixatingly at his second hand on his watch when the homeless man sitting by the sidewalk murmured just loud enough for him to hear. Come on, Kano! Quit looking at your watch so much! What if the kidnapper sees you? Kano tried to look nonchalantly as he lifted his eyes, but the scruffy character continued. You're too nervous! Just relax already. You're the one all acting suspicious. Kano frowned. Why would some homeless guy be talking to me? Yuji Sakayama was the senior officer at the precinct, 5 years older than Kano. Some words and phrases in text appear in blue. These are called tips. Press to underline the tip, and then press X. This will let you read some extra info relating to the word or phrase. There are tips containing general knowledge and ones that are 4 to 8 specific. These are marked with the hourglass and a 4 to 8 respectively. Ooh, tip. Shibuya Precinct. Official name Shibuya Central Precinct. Responsible for the safety of approximately 200,000 people in 32 neighborhoods. I'm not even going to attempt to try and read out all those neighborhoods, because that'll be bad. Alright. He always went a little overboard with his disguises. He claimed that it was all part of the job, but word around the station was that he just liked playing dress up. Who doesn't? Hey pal, spare some change! Lurked at his feet and shuffled close to Kano. Hey, knock that off. Fittingly for the parts, he reeked badly. Well, ain't no suspicion now, huh? He clung to Kano with a mock camaraderie, despite the younger man's attempts to pull away. Come on, cut it out. Sasayama's blight rattled his nerves. Of course, there is good reason for this confidence. This was Kano and Sasayama's jurisdiction. They were positioned at a good distance from where the handoff was to take place. The statue... Oh, I want to know about the statue. Sometimes 2 or more tips can appear on a single screen. Yes, I know that. Right. Alright, so if I did that, I can... Right, I want to know about the statue. Bronze statue of a dog erected in 1934. The dog was famous for loyally waiting for his absent master. Well known as a meet-up spot outside of Shibuya Station, other popular meet-up spots at the station are the display car and the original Sue's. Okay, alright, so this is giving us a bit of history. I'm wondering if that's just like trying to give you a bit of history of the actual real area, or whether or not it's actually important for the game. I'm not sure. HQ Special Investigation Teams. Yes, okay. Kano and his partner were just there to provide backup if the kidnappers attempted to flee. Look, just try to relax. We'll be fine. I'm going to call him Yama, just because it's easy. Yama gave him a wink. A moment later, the radio squawked in Kano's ear. Alright everyone, it's time. Keep your eyes open. Oh, the voice coming from the through the earpiece was from Koji, Headquarters Operations Director. Oh, Koji. Until last year, he had been Shibuya's precinct's head detective and Kano's superior. You don't know when your perp is going to make contact. Don't let your guard down. Okay. You don't sound too worried, Kuza. Kuz? Kuz? Yeah, I'm gonna call him Kuz. Oh my god, there are so many names in this. I can't keep up. Hang on. Kano winced at Yama's words. How could the man be so nonchalant? The appointed time had come and gone. Something should have happened. Whap. Kano smacked himself in the thigh to release a little tension. The sound was louder than he intended, though the suit hid his muscular physique. Oh, muscular. It did little to dampen the noise. He needed to stay focused. He might be called to action at any moment. And she's still standing there. The department handled abduction cases according to the certain standard investigation procedure. It was an attempt to extort money, or was a motivation something personal? The answer to that question determined how they deal with the criminal. And based on the investigation team's initial findings, it was this time around they probably weren't dealing with a professional kidnapper. Still, in all likelihood, it was someone with quite a long rap sheet. Probably someone who knew the family, but so far they had few leads on who might bear such a grudge. With the situation so unclear, the plan was to apprehend whomever came to make the handoff on site. If the culprit ran with the money, there'd be no guarantee of the hostages' well-being. We're saving. Still nothing. Yama muttered. There he is! He's here! Oh no! Ching! Kuz broke in, his voice spiked into excited chirp. Subject is a young man in his 20s, wearing a bandana and an orange hoodie. Cuz normally calm and stoic was now squawking like an excited child. This only happened when he got particularly worked up. Kano and Yama steeled themselves. They could see the subject now. I don't think it's that guy. I think it's that woman on the left. Look at her. She's eyeing him off. Yeah. The 20-something man nonchalantly approached Hitomi to talk to her. Alright, people. Be ready to grab this guy. Cuz was stationed in the mobile unit center, not far from the intersection. Keep tabs on the situation via video surveillance from the camera. And the young man started speaking enthusiastically to Hitomi. The detectives watched, uncertain. Was this really the kidnapper? That's got to be him. You'll encounter selections like these during the story. These choices will change the lives of other people in addition to changing yours. Your own fate. To make the decision and improve texture. The current choice will not impact you or any of the other protagonists. That's got to be him. Kano took a step forward and hesitated. The situation still wasn't entirely clear. We need to get a better look. Okay, if I was a real kidnapper and I was trying to make sure that the cops went around, I would orchestrate somebody to go and speak to her first to see if there was anyone who acted to that situation. Either that or he just happens to be a random person. It looks like he's holding a comic book. Or a flyer, maybe, to a concert, band, something like that. Maybe a restaurant. I think it's B. The situation still wasn't entirely clear. He needed to get a better look at things. The newcomer held a bundle of letter-sized paper, which he showed to Hitomi as he went on talking. He tried to hand one of her the papers, but she pointedly ignored him. Undeterred, the man kept trying... refused to respond, becoming emotionless as the statue until finally the man gave up and walked away. See, I was right. It wasn't him. Guess it wasn't him. Kano felt the tension of the moment linger in his spine. Guys must have been hitting on her. Yama muttered. I mean, she is pretty cute and all. He had a point. Dude, look at this guy. This Yama dude looks creepy ass, man. Though, of course, something in Yama's voice made Kano brace himself. She's got nothing on my Mi-chan. Mi-chan was Yama's wife. They'd gotten married just last month. Let me tell you, Kano, married life is the best. You gotta hurry up and give it a try for yourself. Yama's favorite topic lately, and Kano was getting more and more fed up with it. Yama, come on, just knock it off, okay? The phrase had become a common refrain of his since the department partnered them. Fine. Let's talk about your girlfriend then. Ooh. Now you can't be serious. Yama leaned in close again. What's she like? We are not having this discussion or conversation. Kano muttered, looking away. Oh, come on! Yama set his hand on Kano's chest, still playing the homeless troublemaker. Show me your phone. Let me see the lock screen. Huh? Yama pawed at his phone. You got a picture of your girl on your lock screen, yeah? I don't. But he did. It was scary how on the mark Yama's instincts were. Hey, cut it out. We're in the middle of an investigation. I am investigating, Yama chuckled as he plucked the phone from Kano's pockets. Ooh. His face scrunched up in astonishment as he looked at the lock screen. The heck is this? It's not... Ain't that... Masami? Nagahami? Kano realized that he had to bite the bullet. No, that's my girlfriend. Her name is Rumi, and she's... Yama cut him off. You're telling me this ain't Yamashi Nagahami, the famous actress? Because this right here is Mashami Nakahamashani. Oh my god, I can't with these names. Like I said, oh, you sly old dog, trying to make it look like you're dating Nakahama. I'm not. I mean, I guess Rumi does kind of look like her. Yama let out a huff. For real? You really think I'm gonna fall for that? There's nothing to fall for, I swear! Yama scowled unconvincingly. Alright then, why don't you marry her? Kano stammered, but he had no answer. The truth was, he would have happily married her already. But there were obstacles that needed to be overcome. Ooh. Okay, playtime's over. Let's focus on the job. Yama handed back Kano's phone and turned his gaze back to Hitomi. Kano let out a quick, uneasy sigh, for his shoulders did feel looser. Maybe Yama had been trying to relieve a bit of tension. Maybe he should be grateful. Maybe. By now, several minutes had passed since the guy with the papers had gone away. He peered at Hitomi. The strain on her face was visible. In addition to the weight of the attaché case itself, the 5,100,000 yen bills in it weighed close to 6 kilos. Why do I need to know that? Her slender arms must have been getting tired. Are they giving me this information because I actually need to know this? Or are they just filling in things? Still, she refused to set the case down. She wasn't taking any chances with her sister's life. The kidnapping case had begun the day before, at around 7 p.m. This is MPD Dispatch. The Shibuya precinct is reporting a missing person believed to be an abduction. Subject is Maria, a 19-year-old student from the academy, last seen at the LL dinner near campus. She was allegedly seen forced into a car nearby. All officers in the vicinity report to the scene at once. Kano and Yama had been working the burglary case in the 5th precinct when they got the call. LL Diner. The two arrived at the diner at 7:15 p.m. At roughly the same time, several other officers showed up to secure the area, blocking off entries in nearby roadways and monitoring the surrounding establishments. Yes. Inside the restaurant, Kano and Yama met by the girl who reported the kidnapping. It was the victim's twin sister, Hitomi. Could you tell us about where Maria was taken, starting with the very beginning? Keep your voice low. My sister and I were supposedly to go to a party together today. Hitomi was trembling, her voice hoarse. But I messed up the time. I showed up right at 7, an hour later than I was supposed to. So Maria has gone alone to the party, a mixer for locals and exchange students. Hitomi arrived later and showed up just in time to glance out through the restaurant's window and see her sister getting shoved into a car. She described the vehicle as a blue station wagon of Japanese make. Why? Why would anything like this happen to her? Hitomi held back her tears, but she was shaking all over. Did you get a look at the kidnapper? Yes, it was a man, middle-aged. Well, that describes a lot of people. There was another eyewitness, Leland Palmer. Well, he just looks creepy. He identified himself as a lecturer at Hitomi and Maria's school. What is he doing hanging out with the students? I saw too. Yeah, I bet you did. It's like Hitomi said. I heard Hitomi cry out, and so I went to the window to look, and his Japanese was halting as if he hadn't been in the country very long. And I think that maybe the kidnapper was working alone. Leland explained that he'd seen the man shove Maria into the back seat, then clamber into the driver's seat. If he had an accomplice, wouldn't he have been driving? Neither Tommy nor Leland had gotten a look at the suspect's face. Kano was interviewing the others. He had been on the scene looking for other potential witnesses when his phone rang. Hello? It was Yoshio Kujawara? Oh my god. One of the senior detectives. I'm going to call him Yoshi. We've set up a task force for the investigation. Get back to the station once you have your handle on the situation there. Barely half an hour had passed between the time the kidnappers were reported and the time that the task force began operation. When Kano and Yama got back to the precinct station, Kuz had already arrived at the headquarters. He informed them that the response team had begun forming the investigation into the victim's house. Kano could feel the peculiar tension in the air, and familiar MPD detectives scurried to and fro around the Shibuya offices. He pulled one of them aside to get a quick update. An hour had now passed since the kidnapping. There had been one new development. A threatening call to the victim's house. He said the following. Tomorrow, 10 a.m., by Hitachiro in Shibuya. Have the sister Hitomi bring 50 million yen. If not, the girl's life is forfeit. She instigated it. What the? Why is he holding a banana? Oh my god, they put in the response team along with the detectives from elsewhere who'd received special training in abduction cases. Dude, seriously, of all things for them to hold, he's holding a banana. Oh my god. Normally, the local precinct detective wouldn't have gone undercover in a victim's home. Kuz, however, had decided that having a knowledgeable local was crucial and had sent Kaji along. Ooh. The detectives disguised themselves as delivery people and movers to make their way inside without arousing suspicion. Arriving at around 8:30, the response team came prepared to run a trace if the kidnapper contacted the family a second time. But there was no further calls. Dun dun dun. We're back here. Kano checked his watch again. 20 minutes had gone past since the time designated for the ransom handoff. The kidnapper had yet to appear. Crap! You think we might have spooked him? He wondered aloud. Hey, stay calm. Yama scanned the passing throng. He's just playing with us. Why'd this guy even pick this place? Kano voiced a question he'd been asking himself ever since he had heard the kidnapper's demands. Yama shrugged. Figure he must want to blend in with the crowd, nab the money and disappear before anyone knows he's there, would be my guess. In that case, why not pick Shinjuku or Ginza? Ginza? Never heard of Ginza. The big crowd didn't just benefit the kidnapper after all. It also allowed the police to use the sea of people to conceal their own operation. Right now, there were 50 detectives stationed within the 50-meter radius where Hitomi stood. Wow. The kidnapper would have been taking a major risk, in his plan was to nab the ransom money and run. I wonder if we can find all the detectives. There's one. There's another. Those two are definitely. That guy over there pointing, he's one. That's what bothered Kano. Any criminal with half a brain would know better than to do a handoff in front of... You're overthinking things, pal, Yama grumbled. No, I'm not. Kano reached into his pocket and pulled out his notepad. Oh, it's my notepad. Kano's dick diary. What? What did you do? Just draw dicks in it? which he always kept close at hand. Yama rolled his eyes. That thing again? Kano ignored him, flipping through the notepad. Ah, here it is. Dictum. 9889. Wow, I'm dyslexic. Jeez, I'm terrible. I can't read. The most irrelevant it's more irrelevant something seems. The more irrelevant something seems, the more relevant it's bound to be. So you told you I can't read. Wow. I need to read more often. It was a favorite saying of, I'm not going to pronounce that, an assistant inspector from the Shibuya precinct. Tateno? Yeah, Tateno, maybe. Like Tatooine. Was the kind of detective Kano aspired to be. For the current operation, he'd been placed in charge of Hitomi's personal safety. He was in position to defend her as soon as the ransom had been handed off. Of course, Hitomi hadn't been informed of how much protection she was under. There was a risk that if she acted too secure, it might alert the kidnapper. I think Tato has the right idea. Yama snorted quietly. Maybe, he's a great detective. Don't get me wrong, but you know how many irrelevant things there are to consider. Again, Kano ignored him, and didn't matter if nobody else understood. Kano had faith in Tato as both a detective and as an individual. I think he's got a little bit of a crush on Tato. What do you reckon? He had first witnessed Tato's brilliance during a standoff in a financial company 3 years earlier. A man had shut himself in an office, splashing gasoline everywhere and threatening to set the place ablaze. While the others hesitated, Tato unflinchingly doused himself in gasoline and strode into the building, where he managed to talk the man down and secure the scene. Tato sounds like an idiot. Tato sounds like he deserves to be set on fire. Oh my god. The others had been awestruck by Tato's actions. I'm awestruck! And Kano, who at the time had been content to be a run-of-the-mill policeman, had found it quite inspiring. I'm inspired. I think you've got a bit of a crush on the old Tato, buddy. I think you need to get rid of your girlfriend. Or your fake girlfriend. Still, you know. Yama murmured under his breath. As a great detective as Tato is, it's not like anyone else in the world has ever heard of him. I suppose not, Kano said. So, what's with all the bananas? Look, everyone's got bananas. Only time anyone ever hears a cop's name is if he's caught up in some scandal or killed in the line of duty. Doesn't really seem fair, does it? Yeah, you just eat your banana. Kano shrugged. It was a strange definition of unfair, really. You've got celebrity chefs, celebrity hairdressers and stuff. So how can no celebrity gumshoes, Look, please. Can you just focus on what we're doing here? Kano rubbed his eyes, then turned his attention back to Hitomi. What's the matter? Didn't sleep? Not enough, I guess. Did you eat? Didn't have time. Here, have a banana. Between bringing the supplies from the base of operations, readying the team's vehicles, photocopying hundreds of documents, and various other tasks, Kano had barely slept the previous night and hadn't gotten a meal in either. What have you been doing? Yama puffed at his chest. Saving up my energy for today. So you were sleeping. Kano gave a wary chuckle at his partner's lack of shame. Oh, there he is! Kaz's voice chirped suddenly through Kano's earpiece. A man in his 20s wearing a sleeveless red jacket. He carries a garbage bag. The young man had emerged from the crowd. About 15 feet from where Hitomi was standing, he strode towards her, a sinister look on his face. He didn't match Hitomi's description, but Kano felt a jolt of nerves all the same. Maybe the kidnapper had hired some young street punk to snatch the ransom payment. The other guy. What do you think, Kano? Yama whispered. Yeah, I think he's got to be. That was it. Kano swallowed the lump in his throat. He bent his knees, ready to act fast. Blood rushed to his leg muscles, banished the stiffness that had begun to take hold. Could this be the culprit? Or perhaps... The young man tried to snatch the briefcase from Hitomi, but she clung to it with desperate strength. It was him. The detective rushed in. Oh, they're getting him! Hey, whoa, whoa, hey, what the hell? The young man cried out frantically as he tried to dart away, but the officers closed in, forcing him boldly to the ground. Target secured! Oh, geez, I think we've got another suspect on the scene. He's taken the ransom. Oh no! Kusa's hysterics made Kano spin around. Sure enough, a foreign-looking man was sprinting away, attaché case in hand. The mob of detectives scrambled to pursuit, but Kano could react. Most of them had run off. Before Kano would react, most of them had run off, leaving him to look after the original suspect. Oh god, we're going to interrogate this man. We're just going to sit on him. What should I do with this guy, sir? Might have some connection with the kidnapper. Should I bring him in? Oh, sure, that'd be swell. I'm on it. With the help of one of the remaining detectives, Kano brought the suspect back to the Shibuya precinct. Look, how many times do I have to go through this? Cut the crap. In the interrogation room, the young man who gave his name as Aki Endo steadfastly insisted on his innocence. Why'd you try to steal the case? Kano watched Aki's face intentionally. Like I said, it looked heavy, so I was just trying to help her out. I wasn't convinced that the young man would want to help a pretty girl, but Hitomi had just been standing there, hardly in desperate need of assistance. She hadn't set the case down, so I figured there had been something important inside. An entry from Kano's Dick Diary shot through his mind. Oh god, look at the Dick Diary again. The dictum 25. When the tongue slips, grab it and yank out the truth. That sounds weird. Classic advice for a questioning. Something important, you say, such as, how the heck would I know Aki spat? He huffed and slumped back in his chair. The standard textbook back and forth had been going on for nearly an hour. Kano didn't mind. Chasing down criminals was all well and good, but questioning suspects was another key part of the job. Plenty of off-screen work went into cracking a case. Once again, he had Aki explain what he'd been doing, starting from the beginning. When Kano finally emerged from the interrogation room for a short break, he learned that there had been some progress on the case at the crime scene. What the police hadn't been able to determine yet, however, was whether or not Maria was safe. Fighting back his anxiety, Kano consulted his Dick Diary. Always with the Dick Diary. Dick Diary 2054. Haste makes waste. He felt this tension subside, reminding the right maximum always helped. It was like casting a magic spell. Kano returned to confront Aki once again. You were there to act as a distraction, to mess up the investigation, weren't you? Huh? Aki looked a bit dumbfounded. What are you on about? Oh, we're back to the Dick Diary again. 55! The truth hungers to be free. You hungry? Got some katsudon, if you like. I think that's chicken, isn't it? Japanese dish consisting of a bowl of white rice topped with pork and egg. Sounds good. Damn, why'd I have to do this when I'm hungry? Aki nodded silently. Ooh, look at that. Aki devoured the bowl with gusto. He looked like he hadn't eaten in a while. Alright then, spill it. What's this guy after? Aki just shrugged. I don't know, he murmured. a thick slice of egg-laden pork between his teeth. How many accomplices do you have? Kano asked. But Aki just shook his head as he inhaled the food. Resignedly, Kano flipped through his notebook once more. To the dick book! Let's see, number 115. Use the lights to your advantage. As the minutes ticked past, he found himself referring to his book again and again, trying a dozen different methods to tease out whatever his suspect might be hiding. The experience began to feel strangely surreal, these two voices echoing harrowingly in the interrogation room. Eventually, Kano looked at the clock and realized that the questions had been going on for nearly 5 hours. He still hadn't made any headway. What was he supposed to do next? Supposed to beat the truth out of him. Come on, let's go. Kato would know, but he sure didn't. Still, he was determined to do whatever he could to keep the victim and her family safe. Gritting his teeth in frustration, he perused the dick diary like it was scripture. Number 116. Excuse me. The monotonous questioning was clearly tiring Aki out. His eyelids drooped like they were beginning to get heavy. Number 117. Get 'em when they're tired. Kano's eyes gleamed. You're part of some criminal gang, huh? Oh, I killed him. Aki's head slumped forward heavily. Nodding off was basically the same as nodding yes, right? I got him. Kuzi, we did it. I did it. Someone did it. The young man we grabbed, they hand off sight. He finally confessed to the crime. What? What are you talking about? Laughing in disbelief. We're just about to apprehend the mastermind here. Huh? Kano clutched his cell phone, dumbstruck. Listen, why don't you, look, just wait there at the headquarters, okay? No, I can't, it can't be. Okay. This guy's an idiot. The guy just fell asleep. You spend all your time reading your dick book. This guy fell asleep and you think that he's the criminal mastermind? What are you, moron? After the kidnapping case wrapped up, Kano tendered his resignation. Kano, you're a moron. Guess I'm not cut out to be a detective after all, he thought to himself. He dropped the dick diary on his desk as he left the Shibuya precinct for the last time. You're a moron! Bad end? Oh no! Kano wound up at a bad end. However, this does not mean that the choice you made for Kano was the wrong one. One of the other protagonists, Aki Endo, has an impact on Kano's fate here. You can avoid a bad end by making proper decisions in another character's story. For a detailed hint, check out the hint by underlining the bad end title. Okay. You can now select Aki Endo, one of the other protagonists. Let's follow Aki's story for a little while. Alright, so that's Aki Endo. Right, it's Aki Endo. Right, I got it. Awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will be the end of the first episode of Shibuya Scramble 428. I think that's the number. 428, yes. Let me know what you guys think. Yes, there is a lot of reading, and that is very hoarse on my voice. But this is a really weird game. I'm not entirely sure where this is going. I am really, really curious to find out. I want to know what you guys think. Is this something that you want me to continue playing? Do you guys have a problem with the subtitles and me reading it aloud? Would you rather just you guys read the subtitles and me comment on the subtitles? Or do you like me reading? Is my reading really bad? Yes, it is. Don't answer that. Do you actually want me to continue playing this game? I really would like to know in the comments below. I want to finish this game regardless myself, personally. But if you guys aren't interested in this on the channel, then I won't put additional episodes up. But I will certainly be playing the rest of this game regardless, because I am one of those people that likes to play through a game and see where it goes. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please don't forget to give the video a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I shall see you tomorrow for a brand new episode right here on Captain Dead Meat. Until then, thank you very much. And don't forget to respawn.